This is going to be a very short video. I have been asked by a lot of people about the finances. Well, how did you not know about them? Like, how could this happen? Were you totally blinded by what was going on financially? Did you have any clues? And I always explain to people, and this is what I'm going to say right now. I married into money. I did not have my own money. So when you marry into a wealthy family, there are very strong boundaries where you do not go in saying, hey, I want to look at the books, tell me where the money is, what are we really worth. When you're in a conventional marriage or relationship, two people are both working and they build their empire together. Well, this was not the case. I married into a very wealthy family. So you can't just come in and say, hey, I need to see the books and I want to know where all the money is. And so you basically are just given an allowance, and there's money in that account that you use to pay for the expenses for food and for the children and for whatever needs you have. But you don't come in and you just want to know where all the money is and where is it coming and where's it going and where are all the bank accounts, any money in, offshore accounts or Swiss accounts. You don't ask that. That was money that they, as a family, made on their own. So I'm asked all the time, did you not nest anything away? And so I'm going to be very frank, as much as I can be. I basically, became a full-time mom, and my husband and his family were the providers. And as long as I was being provided a very good house, a very good living, my children had all their needs met, I had my needs met, I didn't think there was anything to ask and inquire. However, I did, though. In 2008, I did start a little nest egg for myself, not just for myself, in case we needed it. So when everyone was getting killed in the market in 2008, I took a chunk of money and I bought a lot of stock. And in about 7 years, I was able to increase that threefold. So I had a little nest egg going on. However, when you're going bankrupt and you're running out of money to feed your family and your pets and keep your home running and gas money, I had to cash all that in. So, and it didn't matter anyway, because when you go into bankruptcy and you have discovery and full disclosure, the trustee of our bankruptcy would have just taken that money anyway. Do I wish I had squirreled some cash away? And yes, in retrospect, because hindsight is 2020. Did I know our lives were going to completely fall apart? No. And I wish I did squirrel away money because I did not know the extent of the financial damage that was being done without my knowledge. My ex was kind of like everyone's savior. Everyone came to him for help financially because they knew he would never say no. He was very generous, and generous to a fault. However, I tend to think that he did give money out for people who needed it, who went into foreclosure, for health reasons. We had to pay for some surgeries, but I think he wanted to appear like the big savior. He did tell me and made me aware of the money that he was giving out. However, I had the impression and the interpretation that we had the money to loan them or give them. I would never have agreed with giving out money that I didn't think that we could afford to give out. So that's what happened. So if you can, I highly recommend anyone in my position to squirrel some money away. And then when we did move to Florida, I started saving some money. But then my ex lost his job again, and we needed my money to pay the rent, buy food, buy gas. And my nest egg, again, was dwindling down. I somehow think that every time I made a little nest egg and he thought I had some extra money, that he would sabotage it sabotage our lives. So I would have to take out of my small little fund that I was making for myself. So it would, of course, make it completely incapable of me leaving. The main reason people don't leave their relationships, especially at my age, is because they don't have the financial means. I did not leave for a very long time because of the financial means. Everything is financial. Even marriages are a financial transaction. But I did it anyway. I left anyway. As insane as that was, I left with that financial help because I'm banking on me. I believe in me, and so that's what I decided to do. So I just wanted everyone to know out there that it's not so easy when you marry into a wealthy family. Everyone thinks life is easy, but the money wasn't mine. We didn't earn it together, so I didn't know where was what when. I just believed everything he said to me. But why would I not believe him? He loved me. He wouldn't lie to me, would he? Maybe he would, and maybe he did. All I know is that here we are on the Titanic. We're up here in first class. There's a big hole in the bottom here. I don't see the big hole until the ship is like really next, like into the water. And ironically, I met my husband, my ex, on the anniversary of the Titanic. The day the Titanic sank was on April 14th, and that's when I met my ex, April 14th, 1988. Well, I just want to clear up some things from some people asking me, like, how did you not know you were in financial peril? Well, like I said, you just don't come in. There are very strict boundaries when you marry into a wealthy family. It's their money, not yours. And as long as you're given enough allowance to do the purchases that you need to run the household, why would you question someone? They love you, don't they? Well, I wanted to just make that short video for those who are questioning me, like, how did I not know? Well, it was actually quite easy. He kept a lot from me. And when we went into bankruptcy, I did find out about a lot of deceptions that he had. And so I had to come to terms with those, which did not make me happy and broke my heart that I found out some lies. But such is life, and that's the past. I've learned to live into the now. So I want to thank you for joining me for this little short video. And I just want you to remember, you're the author of your own story. You get to choose and define who you are in life. So I want to say God bless and thank you, everybody. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.